Hey, Professor, you don't say that to Tracey. Let's be clear here, I'm not talking to you, Professor. Of course I'm not. No. Instead, I'm using these videos as a way of venting my anger at someone I am sure you've never heard of. Why's that? Well, because her bigoted views means that she'd never come anywhere near you, let alone the subject you teach. Who I'm talking about is none other than Daniela Rowling. That ignorant, horrible, despicable. Okay, so earlier today, Sam, Tracey and I were walking through the corridors, minding our own business, when Sam accidentally bumped into Daniela. That was it, a small bump. You had your traditional sorry from Sam and the watch where you're going from Daniela, and we all could have parted ways with that incident. But no. The outcome of the situation changed as soon as Daniela saw Sam's face. Alright, so Sam used to be friends with this group of Slytherins back in the day that all had these elitist, pureblood views that we all just love. Sam managed to see the light, as it were, and change viewpoints on those with Muggle parentage, and left that little group of friends. This is, of course, fantastic, and I'm really grateful that it happened, seeing as me and Sam wouldn't be friends if it hadn't, but it has left quite a few bitter feelings in the old companions of our Slytherin friend. So basically, when Daniela saw Sam, she just had to say something. Ugh. It was really petty as well, nothing Sam couldn't handle or brush off or whatever Sam does with these things. But Tracey? Well, Tracey's very Hufflepuff with the whole loyalty thing, and really couldn't handle hearing what was being said to Sam. See, we don't usually walk through Hogwarts together, because of clashing schedules and all that, and so Tracey really isn't used to hearing this kind of thing being said to Sam. And so, of course, that bloody Hufflepuff had to stand up for Sam. Of course. And then Daniela turned to us. Oh, Sam and Tracey are so alike sometimes, it's actually a little scary. As soon as the harsh comments turned to us, Sam just lost it. It started with me, actually. Something about me being too quiet. Whatever. I wasn't really paying attention. But Tracey had to stand up for me, and, well, noticing how worked up Sam got when the insults turned to me and Tracey? Well, Daniela very quickly found a weak point. And what kind of a Slytherin would she be if she didn't exploit that weak point? But still, you don't say that to Tracey! You don't say that to someone who is so lovely that they will approach anyone who looks lonely and give them someone to talk to. Someone who's so generous that they will do anything to make a complete stranger feel better. Someone who's never heard a bad thing said about them because no one can think of one. Yeah, you don't say something like that to someone like Tracey. Look, this isn't word for word, my memory really isn't that good, but Daniela said something about how Tracey hangs out with so many people for attention-seeking reasons, and by not being able to be there for them all the time, it's not really a friendship, and it's more destroying Tracey's friends than helping them, and so Tracey really isn't that reliable. Mine was meaner, there were slurs in there, but that's the general gist of it. And the general gist is what's tearing Tracey apart. Being told that you're destroying your friends, and that your friendship is hurtful to them, that's the kind of thing anyone would overanalyse and internalise. But it's also the type of thing that isn't true. Tracey, you have to understand that the only reason Daniela said any of it was to break you apart, and you can't believe any of it. I wish I could have said this at the time. I froze. Can you believe that? I bloody froze. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't convince Tracey that everything Daniela says is a pile of rubbish that just needs to be discarded. And what was the end to this perfect day? When me and Sam went to the kitchens for dinner, Tracey wasn't there. We searched for 2 hours and there wasn't a trace of that Hufflepuff. I know exactly what is going through your mind, Trace. And you've just got to believe that none of it is true. None of it. Daniela is a lying, manipulative scumbag with nothing better to do. And you are such an amazing person, and it's so painful that you're taking all of this to heart. Daniela, you don't say that to Tracey!